Hello and welcome. My name is Andrew Reed, and today we're going to be talking about a new feature added to version 9.4 build 101 of ProPricer called the Hours Units Cost Modifier. The modifier allows users to create a formula that changes the base hours, units, or direct cost of a resource estimate. But more importantly, this feature can utilize a resource field in its calculations. In other words, the values entered in the resource fields can be used when calculating how the base costs are modified. In this episode's example, we will use a resource field called productivity factor, and using the new hours units cost modifier, we will use the values in these fields to increase or decrease the cost of our resources. Okay, let's get started. The hours units cost modifier is located in the proposal properties, over here on the pricing page. By default, the modifier is blank. Let's go ahead and create a formula for the hours units cost modifier. To do this, select the button with the three dots on the right side of the modifier field to open the formula editor. I will enter the formula of if blank. For the false and positive outcomes, I will enter in productivity factor and 1. This will multiply your hours units cost value by the value entered in the resource field. If there is no value entered in the resource field, then it will multiply the base unit cost by 1, ensuring that the original base unit cost remains unchanged. When your formula contains a resource field, we highly recommend that you use the if blank or is blank functions. These functions ensure that the correct hours, units, or direct costs are calculated when a resource field is left blank. Otherwise, blank values will be treated as zeros and cause the hours, units, or cost to equal 0. Okay, so now that we have a formula defined, select OK on the properties to save and close them. We have set up all the necessary parts of this feature. Now let's look at how we will affect cost on a proposal. I will open a proposal in the task view. Then in the resource input grid, we will have the productivity factor. As you can see, we have values set from 1 and up. When we change these values, it will change the cost of the resource estimate. For example, I'll select the logistics manager and change his productivity to 1.10. Watch as his resources' direct and indirect costs are updated. Another useful feature related to the hours units cost modifier that has been added is a new input view. If you decide to use the hours units cost modifier, but you want to see the estimate's original hours, units, or cost, you can right-click anywhere in the grid, point to the input view, and select the hours units cost. This input view is called actual hours units cost. Let's review what we have covered in this episode. The hours units cost modifier is a new feature added to ProPricer in version 9.4 build 101. This feature can be used to create a mathematical formula that adjusts the base hours, units, or direct cost of resource estimates on the proposal. This feature can also utilize a resource field and the values defined within the field as part of the mathematical formula. This allows the user to create a relationship between the resource field values that you enter and the final cost of the resource estimate. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please share it with your colleagues who use ProPricer. If you have any questions about ProPricer, please email us directly. Again, my name is Andrew Reed, and as always, thanks for watching.